Fucking me. Good evening, and I'm freezing. Okay? No, don't start this shit. Don't. I'll be going to bed soon. As soon as my pot of coffee is made, no, absolutely not. Good evening. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing fine. I just wanted to give you all an update on my dinner. So I'm not gonna lie to you. The French fries turned out wonderful. When I say wonderful, I mean wonderful. Remember, I soaked them in that pickle juice for about 2 hours. I took them out the pickle juice. I put them in the oven for about 20 minutes. Made sure the oven was really hot first. Then, when I took them out the oven, I put some oil in a Dutch oven and I put the French fries in the very, very hot oil. Fried those motherfuckers up. Took them out, sprinkled them with some pink Himalayan sea salt. Hi on one. I love it. Then I breaded those scrimps and cooked them in the same grease that I did those motherfucking French fries in. I made I had my sandwich ready. I slathered the sandwich on the inside with a garlic butter, put it back in the oven, let it toast, took it out, put the sandwich together, put some French fries with it, and the shit was fine. No fucking problem. So then I cleaned my kitchen up, washed all my dishes, and been laying in bed watching TV. But then I got up because I had to make a fresh pot of coffee. This coffee just isn't fresh enough for me anymore. And I need hot coffee to go to sleep. Sounds strange? Yeah, it's fucking weird. But I can drink caffeine and go to sleep. Go fucking figure. So anyway, good evening. Good evening. And I know I told you I will be back to discuss this another perfume that I ordered, and it came today. All right. This is it. Now, I was seeing this perfume online, and they said this perfume is the scent of seduction. Hi, my little boss lady, my CEO. Okay, the scent of seduction. This is the name of the company. They had a little special going on, so I bought two, and I don't even know how to open this. Now, what people were saying about this, and it's called Gouda, Goda, Goda. I don't know the pronunciation, but they said it has very heavy pheromones in it. And they said whoever wears it, people just kind of flock to them. And I'm like, damn, do I want people just flocking to me? Because, I mean, I already smell good. So can a motherfucker smell even better? I guess I can. So, let's see. I got it really cellophaned up real nice. We're going to smell this together. Damn, it's cellophane. Okay. So here's the bottle. Okay. We'll turn it this way, maybe this way so you can see it this way. Okay. Let's open this bottle up. It comes in a little bottle that looks like this. And we're going to see. Damn, is there more plastic on this shit? Okay, no, it's not. All right, y'all, here we go. Oh, let me put a little drip on my wrist just to see. Oh, the drip comes out pretty big. Hey, Glow. Y'all, now, y'all. Mm, okay, I think we have a winner. So it says on on the side of the bottle, I gotta move into some light. I can't see. Mm, damn, that smells good. Hold on, y'all. So it says, reason to love, last all day, synchronizes with your natural scent, 100% vegan and cruelty free. Pro tip, squeeze the lid, release 2 to 3 drops of Goda, Goda, or Goda, Goda, onto your wrist, behind your ears, your neck, your inner elbows. Apply to the areas where you tend to sweat the most. Rub applied areas together until until it's fully absorbed into the skin. Scent profile, floral amber. No, fragrance family, floral amber. Scent profile, jasmine, black currant bud, pina cotta, ponies, rose, and pink pepper. This is called the scent of seduction, pheromone infused perfume. Sexy, attractive, and mysterious. So, I'll be looking out the window. It smells fucking amazing. I mean, it smells amazing. Like, um, I I don't even know what to tell you. I have this bottle and this bottle. I bought 2 of them. I'm happy I did. I think 2 bottles was like 20 some dollars. Hello, Stormy C. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. I cook. I don't feel like taking no shower. Like I said, I'm just waiting for my fresh pot of coffee. I'm gonna go get back in bed, finish watching The Righteous Gemstones, and you know, it smells divine. I don't even This shit smells so good. I'm gonna order 2 more bottles. Yes, I remember Pheromone by Mayor Magdalene and the gold powder. Now, I'm gonna tell you this, Glow. This shit's on it. This shit's on it. I wouldn't tell you all. Yeah, the Righteous Gemstone. Oh man, the show is fucking crazy. The family is the worst. I don't know what. Oh man. Now y'all know I bought that other bottle of perfume that they told me I can't return because I took the cellophane off. So like I said, I'm gonna see. I love it because I'm a Holy girl. You bought some as well? So CEO little boss lady, you fucking with it? Cause I'm fucking with this heavy right now, y'all. You bought 2 of them? See, this is why we family over here in the Lady Lounge. I don't ask y'all to do a lot, but hit the like button and come in respectfully and be kind to one another. And don't be judgmental. That's all I ask. And let's share wonderful things that we can share with each other. Now, this got the CEO little boss lady stamp, okay? I'm telling y'all, look this fucking company up and go buy this. If you want to, get the 2 bottles. Thank you, Stormy. Hit the like button, please. I appreciate that. This shit smells wonderful. Stormy, can you give it 2 stamps on here? Find find an emoji to give it 2 stamps. Now, tomorrow, because I don't feel like taking a shower tonight, I'm gonna take me a good old shower and, you know, just cleanse my body in the waters of Lake Michigan. And I'm gonna put some of this shit on. Now, in the advertisement that I've been seeing for it, thank you so much, Stormy. I appreciate you. In the advertising that I seen for this, like the chicks be having it on, and I don't know if it's staged, but they be walking down the street and people like kind of, you know, but they say this, it smells. I'm gonna order 2 more bottles, like literally tonight when I get off of here and get my fresh cup of coffee. It smells fabulous. It smells fucking fabulous. I can't even get over how fabulous. Okay, thank you. Thank you, my little boss lady. So remember, if anybody buys anything or has bought something that I suggested and you really, really like it, always remember to throw the bullseye target in the chat so you all will know that I'm not the only motherfucker who likes it. Someone else fucks with it hard body too. Mm-hmm. This shit smells great. And it's an oil. So they're saying put it on places that you sweat. Since I'm going through menopause, it hit me around my neck. A bitch little neck be that's why I be having to make sure my neck be wiped off. Cause I don't want my neck to be dirty. You know what I mean? That shit's embarrassing. So I'm gonna put it right here and right here through my décolleté. And I'm gonna hit the back of my ears and of course my wrists, back of my, calves and shit like that. My legs don't really be sweating. Oh, Stormy, it smells so good. Please order it. Hold on, let me turn it this way. I'll turn the unopened bottle because I ain't trying to spill a drop of that. Y'all look this up. I think 2 bottles was 20 some dollars, might have been 30. It made it to me in about 5 days, and it smells wonderful. Mm. They say it's like a sex perfume. Like people get turned on when they smell it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting very turned on just smelling my wrist. Mm. Touch myself. Yeah, this smells really great. And Glow did put in the chat about the Marilyn Miglin perfume called Pheromones. Yes. Um, and I remember my mother buying Pheromone. I remember when it first came out. This shit's on it. And I love Marilyn is a Chicago woman. Her husband was a Chicago man, Gold Coast, big money, very classy, wonderful cocktail parties from what I understand back in the days. Maryland is an icon, but this shit right here, shits on it. Okay. I'm just saying. This, I don't know. This shit smells wonderful. And you like that it lasts all day. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. I'm happy I bought this. This makes up for that $111 I spent. Yeah, I remember when that happened with Andrew Cunanan. Yeah, her husband. I remember when it happened. I remember when it happened. Very scary, and a very sick young man. Oh, sure. Girl, I ain't gonna lie to you. He ate a whole one of those sandwiches and he ate some French fries and he had like two big glasses of water. He's down. He's down. Now, if he wake up in the middle of the night and start sniffing around a bitch, then I'll let y'all know that this shit really, really works. But I want to go out in public, you know. No, Stormy, why do people, you said I can't see who you're talking to. They must have blocked me. No, no, no one could have blocked you. This is you're the second person that has said this. And I don't know, I haven't blocked anyone. Pixie said that she was blocked, but if I'm seeing your comment, I can't see who you're talking to. What? But you cool with everybody in the chat, so I don't know. Might be a little glitch in the matrix. Let me work on that and see what's going on. Um, that's very strange because Pixie said that she couldn't see. And only people, I only got two mods, Princess and Miss Bug. Y'all don't got no problems with them, and they ain't got no problems with you. Yeah, but we see you. We see you. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you maybe got to update it or restart it, but we see you. So I don't know what's happening, but trust and believe me, you haven't been blocked because there's no reason for you to be blocked or Pixie. I'm just hoping it's a glitch in the matrix because I know it wouldn't be Princess and I know it wouldn't be Miss Lovebug because I only got two motherfucking moderators, you know. We don't be on that type of bullshit or that type of time over here. That's just tacky. Come out and come back in. Yeah, try that and see if that works. Otherwise, I have to check with um Princess tomorrow and see if she can check into it because she know like my passwords and shit. I don't know none of that shit. I don't. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I have no reason to block you and just do what little boss lady said, go out, come back in. But I could see you. And I don't know why you can't see nobody else. But just just bear with us, baby. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Didn't block you. But let me go put this up in my room. I'm gonna leave one in here. Well, actually, I'm gonna take in my room and I'll take a picture of it when I get back in my room and post it. Remember, if you don't see it on my community wall on YouTube, please go to my Roxy's Lady Lounge Instagram page because, like I said, a lot of times it says the radius of the pardon me, the radius of the picture is too large and it won't let me post it on my community page for YouTube. I'll be right back. Move, Cat. Just move. Okay, I'm back. It's a little chilly up in this motherfucker. I'm mad without. Okay, you know, I don't know because earlier this evening, because I knew Princess was still in school. I but she was still in class, and I called Kiva come get this commentary to ask her like, I was like, hey, I need your help with something. She's like, okay. I said, Pixie said she was blocked. I was like, but I can't, I haven't blocked anyone. And if Princess had did it, she would have told me, if Miss Lovebug did it, she would have told me. But you know, only time I block motherfuckers if they come in my chat saying some wild ass shit, or if you know, if I'm like, if I drop the link and I look at my backstage and there's some dude back there showing me his dick, you know, you been home all night? Oh, okay, you just got out the shower. Okay, sis. And everyone welcome my sister slash moderator, House of the Princess. Um, no one is blocked here unless you did it on accident. I don't think I did. Nope. I gotta try to figure out how to go into the little block thing to check, but I don't recall blocking them. I didn't have any problems with them, but it would all get figured out. But so tomorrow I would like to try to get out south because, like I said, I needed to drop those buckets off at my mama's, and I want to drop a few things that I picked up for Princess, and give them to her. And I want you to smell this perfume, Princess, and tell me if you like it. If you like it, I will give you the big bottle. Um, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna see if one of my beautiful subscriber family on here would like it. And you know what? Stop it! Stop it! Just give me a minute. You are intrusive. I'm getting ready to go to bed in a minute. Damn it! Stop it! God, every fucking time. Stop meowing at me too. I do everything you want me to do. Y'all had the best food. I even bought you some of that catnip wine. Chill out. Stop acting so needy. You know I love you. Fuck. No, they will not let me exchange it at Sapporo because I bought it directly from Nest, and they said since I took the cellophane off, um, it's just don't work. No, they said they won't take it back. So I'm gonna see if Princess likes it, but they told me that they have a whole line of Nest perfumes at Sephora, so I can excuse me, I could smell it before I purchase because I'm really feeling some kind of way just because I took the fucking cellophane off. I'll be at school tomorrow. Damn. Well, I'll see a baby girl home and I'll just drop it off with her. And if you like it, then be like, call me or text me, let me know. Yeah, I like it. Then I'll be like, okay, if you say you don't like it, then I'm gonna come back and pick it up. Not the same day though. I heard you. Bedtime. Good night, everyone. Good night, Stormy. Get some rest, sleepyhead. I'm in a pissy mood right now and tired. Okay, baby. Well, get some rest. And I hope you have a better tomorrow, sweetie. Yes, I use Midnight Floor by Ness. Hoping you could exchange it for that. They told me if the cellophane is off, I can't exchange it. So it ain't nothing I could do, you know. It sucks, to spend 90 some dollars on some perfume. And it's not that it don't smell good. It just don't mix with my body chemistry. You know what I mean? And I called all the way to New York. The guy was mad polite. And he was mad polite when he told me, no, no, I'm sorry. You can't exchange it if you took the cellophane off. I was like, word? He was like, word. I was like, oh, wow, okay. Well, ain't nothing I could do, but, you know, see if Princess like it, see if it works on her body composition, you know, and if it do, then good for her. And if it doesn't, I'll just move on. Nah, but dinner was good. It was exceptional. So tomorrow, I had this man coming by to check on something on the ceiling, and then I'm gonna run by Costco. Okay, little boss lady, where do I come? I'll come. Shit, just DM me, baby. For real, for real. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some chicken wings. And I'm gonna get some more of that motherfucking what do you call that? Pickle juice. And I'm gonna soak those chicken wings in that pickle juice Tuesday. Then I'll cook them Wednesday. Now I got my coffee all brewed for the morning. But it's nothing like a good hot cup of coffee before bed. Let me plug this. Okay. Good hot cup of coffee. This this perfume is overly fucking wonderful. I can't even get over something that costs so little just smells so fucking amazing. But I want to flat iron my. Oh, and I need to go buy. I need to go buy a hot comb. I need to go buy a hot comb so I can re-flat iron my hair out. Just to look a little jazzy after I take my shower. Cause y'all know I ain't going nowhere. But I can smell good. This shit, this shit is wonderful. That's all I can say. This shit is fantastic. My YouTube channel. I love you. Oh, thank you. Okay, now I hope I'm doing this right. I hope I'm doing this right. Like seriously. Now with this new format on here, when I hit to post her message, it posts in blue where she said, and it's a second post in blue, and then it just be too much. But little boss lady, is CEO little boss lady name of your channel? Cause if it is, as soon as I get off of here, I will go follow it. Then I will take the picture of this pheromone perfume oil that smells fucking amazing. And I will be over there. I will support you just like you have supported me. Seriously. All you got to do is send me the info and I will be there. You know, Oh, this coffee just feels so warm. It's cold in here. Oh, damn, that's some good coffee. Mm, mm, mm. I'm just really ready for it to get about 75 degrees, 80 degrees without all the crime in Chicago. Okay, hold on. Let me screenshot that. And everybody, hold on. If I knew how to do it, I would drop your link. But if you all have not followed Little CEO Boss Lady, please, that is the name of her page. CEO Little Boss Lady. CEO Little Boss Lady. Please. Hi, Miss Mary D. If you have not followed CEO Little Boss Lady, same name that's in the chat is the same name of her channel. I would appreciate it if we support her. Please go follow her channel. Please go follow her channel and let's support her. How she comes over here and supports me. It only works when we support each other. Straight up. Hi, Miss Mary. Mary. How you doing, Mary? How was your day, Miss Mary? I hope it was fantastic. Mine was cool. Those po' boy sandwiches turned out delicioso. Those French fries, wonderful. It's cold weather like this to make me want to cook. You know, I didn't eat a whole sandwich. I ate a half of a sandwich and I ate a few French fries. And then I didn't even finish the whole half of a sandwich. My husband finished eating it for me because, Ozempic keeps me not hungry. Oh man, this coffee is so good. Damn. I washed my coffee pot out real good. And I got one of those, the filters that you don't have to throw away. You just got to wash it. I washed it real good. I wiped the inside of my, coffee maker out so I could have just a good, robust cup of coffee. I love when God wakes me up every morning because that's always the first thing I do is thank him because it's up to him. And thank him. And like I told y'all, I go use it. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. Then I head back to my kitchen to get me a hot cup of coffee. Now, even though I made this coffee last night, I pop it in the microwave, get it nice and hot. I put my cream in it before. That way it could, be nice and hot. Because, the cream be cooling it off. And the coffee just be hitting the spot. I don't see how people survive without drinking coffee in the morning. That shit's weird. Good, rainy day. And it's cold nights. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to be able to keep my window open all night. Fresh air coming in, hearing some motherfucking birds chirp in the morning. I don't like being cold. And I don't, damn, this shit smells good. I don't think I'm anemic anymore because, I've been taking my iron. I take all these vitamins. I take like some sort of multivitamin that it has everything but the other shit that I be taking. The other vitamins not in it. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe, I'm just menopausal. Shit. My hands feel like two little ice cubes, man. Very, just very nippy in here. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna go to Costco and I'm gonna get some chicken wings and more whatchamacallit. And I'm just gonna make me I'm gonna soak that chicken and some of that pickle juice. And the pickle juice is only $3. That's a nice size container for it to only be $3. So I'm gonna get two more and you know, Yeah, I don't like being cold. But you know, Miss Mary, this menopause shit is, crazy. So I be laying in bed, I be sleep, but I get hot. I catch one of those hot flashes, and it's really crazy because I only get hot from right here up to my head, but I kick all my covers off. And then, my body cooled down, and my husband said, I just reach down and pull the covers back over myself and go. I don't even think I've become so in tune with doing it. I don't even know when I do it. I still be asleep. I don't like being too hot. I don't like being too cold. And I love hot weather. But I like Las Vegas hot. That's dry heat. You know, in Chicago, we get humidity off that lake, and we got all these little waterways and shit, and that little humidity come up. It'd be like you take a shower hot and you dry off. But how you sweating when you getting out of the shower? I don't know. Maybe it's just my body. But I don't like being hot because I equate hot and sticky with stinky, you know. And I don't like my skin to feel sticky. That's why I don't go to things like picnics. Now, if you having um, a nice cocktail party where there's no grass, I'll come to that. Or if you're having some sort of rooftop celebration outside, I come to that. But I don't like being in grass. I know that sounds real crazy to some people. I don't know what it is. People invite me to picnics all summer long. I be like, can't fuck with grass. They had this thing in Chicago called the Chosen Few Picnic. It's like a big ass house music party in the park. And I've been one time, and it was almost 20 years ago. You know why I never went back? Because they have it on grass. I hate walking on grass. It was the heat and the humidity. I'm telling you, man, I don't like walking on grass. I don't know what it is. And if I go to somebody's cookout, like somebody barbecuing at their house in the summer, like come through. I will, because most people I know, got a little deck or something, like a piece of concrete in the backyard. They got the wooden deck. But if it entails me pulling my chair out, and the chair that I'm sitting on even got to be in grass, I'm leaving. Just like that. I'd rather go to something with sand. Now, they have some at the beach. I don't know why I go to the beach, but I just don't fuck with grass like that. I think it's beautiful. Grass is good for the environment and shit. But I just, you know what it is. I'm a germaphobe, right? And people's dogs be peeing in the grass, you know. And though over here, they like right across the street from me, the dogs be shitting, but my neighbors do pick their dog doo doo up. But it's still dog doo doo remnants in the grass. I be seeing my neighbors in the summertime. They be outside. They'll lay down in the grass. They don't even put no blanket, a piece of paper, or nothing down, an old trash bag, nothing. And they just be sitting there. And I just be like, I instantaneously start itching because I'm just like, that's just so, it's just too much for me. It's just too much. I have little ticks and quirks. I need you on devil egg duty for my birthday. I got you. And you know what? I'm honored and happy that you asked me to be on deviled egg duty. You know why? Number one, I love you. Number two, it's your birthday. Number 3, girl, when I went to, what is that, Joann's Fabric, they had a little baking section. How come I bought some piping bags with the tips so I can make the yolk when I put it inside of your egg, I can make that shit fancy, girl. Oh, yeah, I'll be honored to do that. And I think I'm gonna go online and try to find me some deviled egg trays. Get some deviled egg trays. But I'm gonna put my foot in them. I think I'm gonna do like 2 different types. I'm gonna do the regular deviled eggs, and I think I'm gonna do some scrimp deviled eggs. Yeah. And I might even go so far as to put like 4 or 5. The trays are at Dollar Tree. Okay, thank you. Cause you know I've been like ordering some $20 egg trays and you have been yelling at me. Yeah. I'll check out Dollar Tree. I'll make 4 dozen. That should be enough. Is there anything else you want me to cook? Oh, with the covers? Okay. All right. Well, I'll check a Dollar Tree and get some. That sounds a little nasty. When I put my yolk on. Wow. Okay, Prince. But if you want me to make anything else, like maybe some like sliders, pulled chicken sliders, or I can make some canapes or, you know, whatever. I'll do 2 dishes for you. I'll do the deviled eggs and you can think of something else. And you don't know. Well, I know when you think of something, you let me know. Okay? And I found my shirt, well, my outfit that I'm wearing for your party, girl. You'll see it when you see it. It's cute and it's classy. But I need a Gucci belt. Um, a big Gucci belt. Glow, do you have a Gucci belt? Do you have a Gucci belt I can borrow for Prince's birthday party? Because I wanna wear it around my waist. I don't have a Gucci belt. I don't have any belts. That's so crazy. I have no belts. Canapes are sandwiches, little sandwiches. Yeah, I'm very excited about your party. Thank you, baby. It doesn't have to be a Gucci. I mean, because I know pretty much what your wardrobe is looking like. It could be a Ferragamo belt. It could be a Fendi. You know, right? That's why I don't have any belts. When me and you were talking the other day about all those new clothes you bought, and I was like, "Girl, you got to get a belt and rock it with your pearls." And you were like, and I was like, "Yes, girl, we got to get us some belts." I have no belts, none, 0. I don't even have a belt, a proper belt to wear if I wanted to put my pew pew connected to my paint, my body. I have no belts. You need to get your invitations out. Okay. Well, I just be thinking about laying in bed and looking at other things to, cook, because I do like doing stuff like that. I do like that. And my deviled eggs is good. I don't know, y'all. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but beep beep. I make really good deviled eggs. I had to order a rhinestone belt to wear with this jumpsuit. Oh, okay. Okay. I can't believe I don't own not one belt. That's so odd. That's so odd. I'm gonna have to invest in a belt. I'm gonna have to. It's so weird. Now that I think about it, it's actually kind of troubling, but I'll figure it out. I have to ask my husband, do you think it would be possible if I can get this little, because I want one of those Gucci belts with the big G's on it. That's what I really want. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm excited about going to buy these packs of chicken tomorrow. Phew! Phew! Excuse me. My sister and I call our eggs heavenly eggs. What? What you do so special on one that makes them heavenly? I'm nosy. Yeah, I make good deviled eggs. Mhm. Girl, trust me, my eggs, if they had a deviled egg winning category, it would be me. It would be my eggs. You call yours angel eggs? Well, all y'all coming up with heavenly angel eggs and all sorts of goodness. I don't know what y'all do to y'all eggs, but I think my eggs is pretty good. I think my eggs is pretty good. But but y'all know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna do just large eggs. I'm gonna do the jumbo egg. Mhm. I'm gonna do the jumbo eggs. And there's a restaurant here in Chicago, you all. It's called Ashaval. And I want to stop by Ashaval because I want to ask them what where do they get their chives, their little green onions that they sprinkle on this hash that I get when I go there. It's called a duck heart hash, but it's so vibrant green. And I want some. And I'm gonna drive by there and have my son. Yeah, the foie gras is excellent. I want to get this for the garnishing for the eggs outside of my granddad and that caterer at the DNC had the best eggs I ever had in my life. Girl, you told me that when you went to that DNC party that those eggs was good. And then you video called me and those eggs look good. And I was hoping that you would have been able to like sneak a bitch out an egg, but that would have been too much. But those eggs look good. And you know I love a good deviled egg. I love a good deviled egg. Now, one of my little secrets for my deviled eggs, I put a cap of white vinegar in it. When I'm smushing it up, I put one cap of white vinegar in it. It hits give it a little tart, like, hey, you know. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I'm gonna make some good deviled eggs. You would nah, yeah, you was a little apprehensive, but you said you enjoyed yourself. I was just happy you enjoyed yourself. You looked pretty, and it was a beautiful summer night, and the city was electric. And you put a little white vinegar in yours too on one. Yeah, it really does something. And I add a little sugar, but you know what I do so my yolk that I'm gonna put inside the white part, you know what I do so it's not runny. When I get my relish, right, I put my relish in a paper towel and I get a lot, I get the excess juice out of the relish. because when it's too wet, I don't like runny egg yolk in my deviled eggs. I like my egg yolk to be fluffy, you know. So I squeeze some of the excess juice out. I sure do. And I add just a little bit of mustard and I add my mayo and I just put in a Ziploc bag and I just smash the Ziploc bag with I smash the Ziploc bag down until everything it ain't a piece in it. Is just very nice and creamy. Then I push it all to the end of the bag and I cut the end of the bag and I put it in. But now that I got these piping bags that I bought, I'm gonna use those for Princess's thing. Fluffy and firm, sprinkle with paprika on top. Yeah, you know what paprika I like to use on one? They got a Hungarian sweet smoked paprika. I got some back in the cabinet in my spice cabinet. Where in the hell did I buy that? I bought it. I bought that paprika when I was playing bingo, and the bingo hall that I go to has has a little store in it that sells like Polish items and shit. And that's why I bought that paprika. But there is some place that I want to go and I haven't been, and I need to get there before what you call that? Before Easter. There's a place down, I think it's on LaSalle somewhere. It's called the Spice House. And it's a store and they don't sell nothing but spices. Nothing but spices. And my friend, my good friend that I grew up with, he said he went in there on a date. I was like, boy, look at you. She gave him the draws too. He said he walked in, it was just fragrant. I found my candy rose spice. Can surprise you. Man, let me tell you something. A damn Ross, fucking Marshalls, and fucking Home Goods. You can look up on some shit there and you be like, damn. But I gotta get in there to this spice place. It's called the Spice House, you all. The Spice House. And if Princess or Glow get the chance, let's link, go down there to the spice place, and then get something to eat. But I'm looking for some particular spices. I want to try to find, and it's been virtually impossible. I want to find this smoked garlic powder. Now they have it there because I called, but I haven't been down there. And I want to try to find. It's on Wells. Okay, thank you, baby. I knew it was somewhere down there, and I want to try to find that vibrant green, um, little chive type stuff because I'm gonna turn Princess eggs out. I know that sounds crazy, but I want her eggs to, be really, really good, because I'm excited about my friend's birthday because she's my friend, you know. You never heard of it? I hadn't heard of it either until my homeboy called me that day and was just like, Old Town, not far from Black. Yeah, yeah. He called me one day and said, yeah, I'm going on a date. I was like, cool. He was like, guess where I'm taking her before we go to dinner? I said, where? He was like, I'm taking her to a place called the Spice House. And at first I thought it was like a restaurant. He was like, no, it's a store that sells nothing but spices. He was like, she likes to cook. He was like, he was trying to earn brownie points. So between taking her there and taking her to La Surla, he was able to get the ass that day. Just, you know, turn my eggs. Yeah, I'm trying to turn your eggs out. Yeah, he took her and he was able to hit on the first night. She was very impressed with the date. She said he really used his imagination. Cause usually when he taking a lady out, he usually call me and be like, "Damn, I gotta take this chick out on a date. Where should I take her?" And I ask him a few questions and, you know, "Good night, on one. You have a doctor's appointment in the morning. Much respect to you all. We'll watch the replay. Peace. Good night, on one. And I hope everything goes well at the doctor. Sending nothing but positive energy and love to your baby. I hope everything goes well. I got a doctor's appointment on the ninth. Shit. Um, yeah, he'll usually tell me like about a chick he's taking out and when he really can't pinpoint like where to take her and whatnot. And he'll call me and I'll tell him, be like, okay, well, this is her personality and maybe she would like this. I done suggested some really nice places for him. And a lot of the places that I've suggested, he was able to get the panties. Because the chicks be really impressed. They're like, oh, wow, this is nice. You know, just to be able to have a little something, some a little razzmatazz and some a little different, you know, just a little razzmatazz. Good evening, Mr. Ja Logic and friends. How are you, Brother Ja? How are you this evening? I hope your day was fantastic. It's into another day. But I don't consider it a new day till the sun comes up. It's still nighttime. It's still Monday in my brain. It's Tuesday when the sun comes. Just saying. There's a show, you guys, that I can't wait. It's coming on this week. It's called The Last of Us. And it was a video game initially, and I'm very excited to see it coming back on. It's like some zombie shit. Y'all know I love zombie movie stuff. So yeah, and I could watch Power this weekend and just chill in the house. And that's it. I got some more shit I bought that should be coming in tomorrow. We'll talk about that shit tomorrow. Yeah, that game is crazy. That game is crazy. But I knew about the video game first. Then, HBO adapted it into a show. And do you know they said HBO spent the most money they ever spent bringing this show into production? Only up because I need my hair looking human. You gonna look good, baby. You gonna look good. Cause honey, that green suit you bought, oh, Princess bought a badass green suit. It is nice. It is nice. I was like, damn, just so classy and crisp. I love it. I love it. I can't, when Princess go places, if she don't post pictures, I get upset with her. The other day, she's like, I'm gonna post my pictures because I don't want to hear your mouth. I'm like, okay. But she's just a very classy dressing lady, and I love it. I love it. Tomorrow, Tuesday. What comes on Tuesday night? Nothing really. Wednesday night is it's a pantsuit. It's a green pantsuit with the blazer. It's just really, really nice. It's really nice. I really love it. I ordered that brooch to wear. Okay. Yeah. And I told her, I was like, you gotta get a brooch. You gotta get a brooch to pop on that motherfucker. So she got it. I told her to rock it with some pearls or something. But Princess know how to just dress everything up. So I can't wait to see her outfit. Oh, okay. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see. No, but Tuesday, I don't really have anything to watch. So I usually just try to find a movie. But that Wednesday I have to watch Chicago PD. That's my show, you know. And then Thursday I watch like the first 48 and all that. Then Friday it's my other shows. I hate that I have shows planned out days ahead, but I do. I do. But it was cold here today. And a little wind, a little slight wind. And like I said, I went and got those shrimp and dinner turned out really good. You know what? I haven't gotten to the White Lotus. My daughter actually was like, let's watch the White Lotus. And I was just like, I don't want to. I don't know. I'm kind of one of those people that if I can't find anything else on TV, I pull up The Godfather, my most favorite movie of all time, and I can lay in bed and I can watch it, Godfather 1, 2, and 3, over and over and over again. It's kind of really sick because I I know the movie line for line, and what's even worse is the part where Michael Corleone is sitting in the diner right before. I think it was Clemenza that he had the pow pow. Why do I know what the lines, what they're saying in Italian, but I don't know what they're saying? That's how many times I've watched the movie. I'm almost considering getting the Godfather emblem tattooed on the back of my arm. You know, Glow, for you, I might try to check out the White Lotus. I might see. Um, I'll let you know if I like it. I watched at least two of them, and you've never seen The Godfather. I understand. I understand. Well, Princess, that is my favorite movie of all time. The Godfather doesn't just teach you about La Costa Nostra, it teaches you values and it teaches you lessons on how to look at people. You know, like when they ask, well, how did they get the dude to change his mind? And Don Vito Corleone said, I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Or you keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You know, I know a lot of information about that movie. I'm part of a Godfather fan club. Did you all know the scene in the movie where the horse head was in the bed with the head of the movie studio? That was not a fake horse head. That was an actual horse head. And where they procured that horse head from was from a dog food factory. hmm They went to a dog food factory and got a fresh horse head and put it in the bed with the man. And he did not know that that was going to be a real horse head. So when he realized it was an actual real horse head and he was screaming very early in the morning, covered in blood, it was very real, very raw. You know, I love the dynamics of The Godfather. My children love The Godfather, and one of the things I love the most is when my children, when like if most of them were in Chicago, we end up watching or having a conversation about it, and they argue over who's Michael Corleone, which one of my kids is Michael, and everyone wants to be Michael. You know, then they want to ask me, which one of us do you think is Michael, Mom? And I'm like, I'm not getting in this argument. You know, the progression of the movie and the growth of the characters is what interests me. You know, the least one you would think would who would be the most ruthless turned out to be the most ruthless. The third one was fantastic too. Andy Garcia with his fine ass, you know, Francis Ford Coppola's daughter, Sophia Coppola, um, played Michael Corleone's daughter in that movie. And she was in The Godfather, the first Godfather. She was the baby at the christening, who was getting christened. And also, a lot of people might not know that Talia Shire, who played Michael Corleone's sister, and all three of the Godfathers, is actually Francis Ford Coppola's sister. The Coppola family consisted of two brothers and a girl. And Francis Ford Coppola's brother is Nick Cage's dad, because Nick Cage actual name is like Nicholas Coppola, but he wanted to try to get get stuff done without having to use the Coppola name. So yeah, I'm like really big on The Godfather. It's just my shit. It's just my shit. And another movie that I love, 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 could watch it every time it comes on, is No Country for Old Men. That is No Country for Old Men, because I love, absolutely love Javier Bardem. Um, they said that Maddie informed me that they said he played a psychopath so raw and real. Yeah. And then another movie that I love Javier Bardem is, and it's another one of my favorites, not my all-time favorite. Godfather will always be my all-time favorite. It's a movie called Love in the Time of Cholera. It's a love story and it's crazy. But I just find Javier Bardem very handsome. He's very Latin, and then he's married to Penelope Cruz. And I just feel like they make really hot Latin love. I could see it. It's mucho caliente. But I really like him. I really like him. My favorite actor of all times is Robert De Niro. I love him. I don't care what he's in. I love, love, love Robert De Niro. I had the honor of eating at his restaurant in New York when I lived there. It was in Tribeca. I love Robert De Niro. And he, like, when he was young, he was just fine as fucking frog hair. He was just fine. And Robert De Niro likes the sisters. If you seen Robert De Niro holding a white woman, he was only holding her till the police got there, because he likes his women black. Hmm. It's true. And I love Al Pacino too. They're just really powerful actors. It's just intense. And I fell in love with Robert De Niro in the movie Taxi Driver. Just love him. I It's just certain movies. Another one of my movies, if I can catch it when it's on, it's a black and white old movie called Gilda. Gilda. Look it up. It's that movie's something else. And then another movie called Double Indemnity. That's an old black and white one. I love that movie. So, I just I have this baseline of movies that I like and things, certain shows, but I will check out The White Lotus because, like I said, my daughter literally just asked me last week. She goes, "Let's lay down and watch White Lotus." So she'll be home this week and I will watch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He dated Tookie Smith, Willie Smith's sister. They had a child or two together. So, yeah, I'm pretty much all into his life too. Did you know that during the filming of The Godfather, when they would speak Italian in certain parts of the movie, where Al Pacino was there, Al Pacino did not speak Italian at all. No, he didn't. But Italian is such a romantic. Well, it's one of the romance languages. I think the romance languages are French, Spanish, Italian, and Portuguese. I might be missing one. French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese. I think it's just four of them. The romance languages. And maybe, I don't think Latin is because people really don't speak Latin. There used to be a time that Catholic services were done in Latin, but they changed it. Yeah. Do you know they had stopped filming because they ran out of money for The Godfather? If it's The Godfather, I believe I heard something about that. Latin, no, Latin is not sexy. So I think the languages that I named are the romance languages: French, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese. That's another thing I have to look up. Y'all know what I love doing in the evening? Me and my husband and the kids, and when Maddie's home, we watch Jeopardy in the evening. We love watching Jeopardy. That's my favorite show, game show. And people are like, "Oh, don't you like Wheel of Fortune?" I'm just like, "No, mm-mm. It was never my niche. I'm a Jeopardy girl. I like any sort of quiz show. I like quiz games like Trivial Pursuit. You know, I like things to, get the brain stimulated. This cup supposed to stay down, but the little lid keeps flapping back. French has 32 extra language rules that make no sense. Yeah, it does. There. That's only three, but most beautiful. And that's it. The hard part about, well, it's French. They do it in French and they do it in Spanish. I don't know if they do it in Portuguese, and I don't know if they do it in Italian, but they put the masculine and the feminine on certain things. So, like, how can I say it? So, if someone was like, "Fermez la bouche" or "Fermez la porte," it's the la that, right, the la and lay, "Fermez la porte" would be the masculine. I believe "Fermez la bouche" et la tête It's really it can get hard, but that's just like in Spanish where like who one of my girlfriends was telling me. I think it was some about baby, and it was like bambino and bambina or something like that. I was just like, see, that shit too hard. Yeah, the feminine and the masculine, but I love to hear people speaking French. It just sounds so sexy. Wait a minute, y'all. My lip chap. I gotta get my lip chap out. Yeah, it's just something about that. I haven't been to France in over 20 years. I have to get back there. Yep, that's what it is, Princess. That's exactly what it is. I think the one with the MANA. I think that's the feminine is the first one, the masculine. Or shit, I might have that shit backwards. I don't know. But shit. English is pretty easy. See. Gracias, princess. Um, but yeah, and they said one of the hardest languages to learn. I think someone said it's like Arabic. Nino and niñas. Yep, that's another one of those. Um, they say Arabic is very hard. Um, Russian, which is hard, and the Russian writing is called Cyrillic. Russian sounds really hard. Mandarin. Yeah, I heard Mandarin is hard. But I know a chick, her kids, one of her children is the same age as he might be a little bit older than my youngest son. She put that motherfucker in Mandarin when he was 3 years old. Hmm. And he's fluent in it. But he also he works like he does some sort of international business or some shit. And he be all over in China like "Wa da da," and I'm like, whoa, just hard. I'm just like, and I thought about that. I was like, damn, I should have put my kids in Japanese or something, you know. I have a girlfriend who speaks Japanese. Just start taking it like when she was younger, and she can konnichiwa with the best of them, baby. I promise you that. She know that shit. But she also works in international business. But then you gotta look at like, you have your American English, and then you have like your English, and then, you know, you have the people in Ireland who speak like they own sort of English, but then you got the Irish people who speak Gaelic. It's different. Wow. Wow. Yeah, you got to start the kids off young. You got to start them off young. That way, when they traveling places, like when people be like, "Oh, I speak 5 languages," I'll be like, "Word," you know, God damn. But then, I have friends who, the lady who used to braid my hair, she spoke Yoruba because she was Nigerian. I think it's Yoruba, or her tribe was Yoruba, something like that. She spoke French, she spoke German, and she spoke something else, English and something else, but I was just like, "Well, how did you learn?" And she said, "Just living over in Africa." And, you know, you had a girlfriend who lived in Shanghai and learned Mandarin. It's finance language. I know that's right, but the shit is hard. The shit is hard. But there was this black guy, and he was somewhere over in China, and he was walking around like in the market, and he went to go buy something, and the lady said something, and he answered her back in Mandarin and fucked her head up. She changed her whole motherfucking tune. That's why you gotta be careful. You don't know who speak what language. You don't. I can see it. Colonizers change language. Yeah, it's easier when living in Europe because the countries are so close together. That's true too. And fuck it's fucking crazy because we as black people in America, we don't have a language but English, and we have an original tongue that our forefathers and foremothers spoke when they were in Africa. And I find that to be really, really sad that they took that from us. Really fucked up. America is far raised her 8 children in the south of France, and they all speak French, Italian, Spanish. Wow, wow. See, that's a lot. That's a lot, but it's also very fabulous. Just to have that, just to have, just to be able to speak another language, to be able to, you know, um, communicate with someone of a different culture. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. You know, Ooh, there are so many African dialects, so many African dialects. That's where it all started. But even the um Indian people who are like Eskimos, they have their own language. It's just amazing that we just don't have our own. But we create our own language about stuff just as black people, because I could say something to Princess and somebody who's melanatally challenged might be like, "What?" Only we understand that. And it's English. It's English, and it might even be a little broken, but we know what, you know, what each other are talking about. And another thing that's really wonderful about us, people of color. Let me put this camera a little bit close on this phone. Sometimes we don't have to speak a word. We could be somewhere and somebody doing some wild shit, or they being too extra, or it's a badass little kid ripping and running, and all we got to do is catch each other's eyes. Don't even have to point with your eyes. It's like we reading each other's minds, and we usually saying, "Child," and the woman that we looking at the bullshit go down. Girl, I would snatch that little motherfucker up, and you see the other lady, shaking her head, and you ain't said not one word, not one word. But she know, and while y'all looking at this little kid run through the store, thinking, "Where is his mama? Where is her mama?" and we don't have to say a word. And that's another thing. I think mamas of color have that too. Just the mama glance where you can look at your children and our face says it all. Plus we hit them with a little nose. You don't gotta open your mouth. Kids be like, ooh, I hope I don't get in trouble when I get home. It's the kids, for me, who lack understanding of the look. Their mamas can just look at them and they keep doing what the fuck they doing. I don't think y'all know, but Princess know, because I complain to her a lot. One of my biggest pet peeves is seeing children in the grocery store acting a fool. There's nothing more than I want to do to grab that little child and pinch them. Pinch, not pinch, pinch, because a pinch hurt. When a mama can't look at her child and that motherfucker don't sit the fuck down or you walk beside this basket, you don't have control of your child. My kids are grown and all I gotta do is shoot a look and they know what it is. Did y'all see that little girl that tore up that Walmart? Oh, girl, I almost went into convulsions. Let me tell you something. I don't know where her people was in that store. I don't know if the mom was just standing there letting her do it. Because videos like that are very hard for me to look at. I would have left my basket if I hadn't even paid for everything. I'd be like, I'll be back tomorrow. I would have snatched her ass up. I would have snatched her ass up and got her to that car. And she would have felt the energy of many, 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 many ancestors. And I would have put her in that car and I would have been like, wait till we get home. I wouldn't have raised my voice. And if she clowned in that car, I would have pulled off somewhere to the side and I would have grabbed her by her motherfucking lips on her face. Shut the fuck up. I got you when we get home. I got you. Got that motherfucker home and would have beat her ass from Amazing Grace to a Fare Thee Well. You better not ever in your motherfucking young ass life do that shit again. Oh man. Ooh, what will make a child do that? Now, if the child got some emotional problems or something like that, like for real emotional problems, I see a child might cut up. But if this motherfucker just cutting up because you said they couldn't get something, ooh, that falls on you because you keep letting this motherfucker get shit and you let this little motherfucker act a fool in a store. It was an unwritten rule that when we were kids, we would go to the store. You didn't ask for anything. But if it was one of those shopping days where your mom was like, y'all see anything you want? You knew you could ask then. Okay? I don't recall. recall ever, never, ever, ever having a motherfucking temper tantrum. You know, wait a minute. You okay? So you say you a mandated reporter. I got to do what I got to do. Let me tell you something. Well, we known each other 40 some years, honey. I wouldn't give a fuck what you were mandated to report. I would have beat that motherfucker's ass. And if you was following behind me talking about you're grabbing the child, I'm a mandated reporter, I would have had to fight you too. That's on Blackstone. I would have had to mollywop your ass real quick. Bloop, 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 mind your motherfucking business. Cause this little motherfucker gotta go home with me and I gotta deal with this shit. That's the problem. Motherfucking parents treat their kids like they friends. Okay, you will report the child. Okay. Ooh, thank you for clearing that up, girl. Ooh. Mm-mm. No. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. Because I just can't deal with that shit. I seen that video and I was like, I know you lying. I was like, is this a skit? Is this a skit? Why is this child doing this? Tearing up the Walgreens. I mean, the Walmart like that. Just showing her motherfucking ass. And I remember some years ago, there was a video. And I don't know if the mama might have been in like Rainbow or something. And the little girl was having a conniption fit. She was a cute little motherfucker, pretty little girl. She was flailing all over the floor and had kicked her shoe off and she just screaming and yelling. And the mama went on and paid for her shit. And she walked. When she started walking out, the baby was jumping and crying, and she picked up her shoe and walked right behind her. I would have whooped her with that motherfucking shoe. I would have whooped her with that shoe. See, you can't do that type of stuff in front of melanatedly challenged people, but in front of another black person, and a child acting up like that, they will look at you with great disdain. If you don't snatch that motherfucker up, see, that's something you could do around your own people. Because you do it around someone else, then they're like, oh, they're abusing that child. That motherfucker just hit me in the head with a jar of mustard. I'm gonna have to beat this little motherfucker up. Now, you don't gotta beat no kid up in, like within to an inch of their life or no shit like that. But you ain't gonna be acting no fool with me in public. Hell no. Hell no. My kids have never even had a motherfucking temper tantrum. My kids ain't never even had temper tantrums. So when I see, can you cut your heat off for a minute? So when I see shit like that, when I see a child having a temper tantrum and falling out in public, and the parents just be, oh, he'll be okay. For real, Willie? Uh, I remember being in church with my grandmother and fidgeting too much. And I got pinched. I heard this white lady in Whole Foods tell her 4-year-old that was wrecking shop. The nuts. Uh-uh. There ain't no negotiating with no damn kids. I've been like, hell no. I don't get that shit. But you know what? These ain't my kids. These be the same parents that be like, You need a timeout. I remember the first time I ever heard a parent tell their child they needed a timeout. I was like, what the fuck is a timeout? You know, because I was a bit confused. I was befuddled by motherfuckers saying you need a timeout. I'm like, timeout? That's what you take in sports, not in parenting. But then you got these kids out here. These kids is wild. You know, you got kids. Mama, I heard the other day about some mama who, I guess, her daughters was cutting up, and the mama cut off the internet in the house, and these little wild motherfuckers tried to kill their mama. I'll be back. I heard about that. You know, anytime you feel like you need to stop it. Anytime you feel like you need to do that to your parents over them cutting the Wi-Fi off. Oh shit, my car. Your child, you cut the Wi-Fi off. Because maybe they're not cleaning their room. Maybe they didn't take out the trash. Maybe they didn't take out, clean the kitchen. And I cut the Wi-Fi in the place that I pay the bills. And you come at me, okay? These three girls go in the room and conspire. Then we gonna show her not to cut the Wi-Fi off on us. We gonna show her. I don't know what kind of backyard buffoonery. I wouldn't even know what to say. First time I see one of my kids coming at me with a damn butcher knife, I'm gonna have to drop you. I'm gonna have to drop you right where you stand. Because at that point, you done lost your motherfucking mind. Be like, what you doing with that knife? You better not let me make it to my room. The daughters be turning up on their mama a lot. Crazy business. Crazy business. Turning up on your mama a lot. Turning up on your mama a lot. Mm, mm, mm. You know, sometimes these little motherfuckers feel like the grass is greener someplace else. I would let them see how green the grass ain't. Right. Who gonna pay the Wi-Fi? Because where you going ain't gonna be no motherfucking Wi-Fi. Mm-mm. Over some motherfucking Wi-Fi. You can't even afford to buy tissue to wipe your ass. You can't afford your own pads. You can't afford your own clothes. You can't afford your own hairdos. You can't afford to feed yourself. But you gonna turn up on me because I cut some shit off that I pay for? All right. I'm not living in no house where I'm scared of anybody in my house. There's a whole world out there that motherfuckers gotta worry about on a day-to-day basis. You think I'm gonna be worried in my house over some people who I got stretch marks carrying? Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. I got you. I got you. Wait till those little motherfuckers make them a nice dinner. Make a chocolate cake and put X-Lax in it. Oh, this cake good, mama. But everybody's a shitty mess. Somebody's getting ready to get your ass. I couldn't fathom it. Yes, I would turn them over to the state too. I'm not going to be in my house and be scared, or even worried, or have to sleep with one eye open because I'm worried because you upset that I cut the Wi-Fi off. And will put you out. I will call the police. Y'all know I'm big on call. I'll tell on your ass, boy. You better stop fucking playing. I'll call the police. Come get them. I don't want them anymore. They're probably like, oh no, well, if you do that, it's abandoned. You got to go to jail. Arrest me. And if I went in front of the judge, I tell judge this little motherfuckers tried to stab me. They tried to stab me. I'm not going to be living in no motherfucking house with people that I birthed and got to be scared of. Take them home with you and cut off the Wi-Fi and see what happens. These kids get mad because you take their phones and all sorts of shit. I'll show you. "Oh, you gonna show me? All right, let's go." Like that shit's just crazy to me. I heard that shit. I was like, what? And then I had to go look it up, and I was like, God damn, these little motherfuckers. You said you would move too. Yeah. Let's see if you like it someplace else. Because apparently what I'm doing ain't enough. And what I asked you to do is too much. A parent ain't gonna take ain't gonna cut no Wi-Fi off, ain't gonna take no phone, none of that shit. Ain't gonna take no video game as long as the child is doing what the fuck they supposed to do. Parents don't ask no whole bunch from their kids. Take some trash out, keep the kitchen clean, keep your room clean. Make sure the bathroom wipe down after you come out. Wipe the fucking toilet off. Shit like that. Now, if that's asking you too much and you feel like you gotta possibly, potentially go toe to toe with me, you gotta get the fuck out. Tough, tough guy, get the fuck out. They would come back and see an empty ass house. Where mama go? Right before I made it to boarding school, my mother slapped me on the refrigerator to the dishwasher in one fatal swoop. And you know, my mama tiny, then told me to put the chicken in the oven for dinner. Period. Yeah, parents could do that shit. These kids now, you hit them and they dip off in their room and be done called be done called 911 on you. Let the police come and pick me up. Is there anyone that the child could stay with? Because we have to arrest you. No, I call my mama, I call my sisters. Don't take this little motherfucker in. Don't let him or her come stay with you. That's 24 hours in jail, if that. You go for a judge. What happened? My child got disrespectful. I popped it. I popped that motherfucker in the mouth. She went in the room, or he went in his room, called the police. Police came and arrested me. Who is this child with now? DCFS custody. Was there a family to take them? Yep. And I told them, don't take them. You're not going to be living cushy. And you called the fucking people on me. The fuck out of here. Let 12 show up because you got disrespectful and I had to slap the goat slob out your ass. And they pull up talking about they gonna arrest me. Oh no. Lock the house up. Well, you better take that motherfucker in a different squad car down to the police station to Child Protective Services, pick them up because they ain't coming back in my house and they ain't going to any of my family's house. Let's see what it's like not to have. And see, I'm a Capricorn, so I got a real shitty streak about me. For real. I have so much. Aqua. Yeah. But it could go, yeah, that could have went sideways really fast. Because they not gonna side with you not being your family and not being part of the Chicago Police Department. Some of these kids got it real good. And you don't ask them to do too much, and then those little girls pulled that shit with their mama, or like that little boy some years ago. I think his mama was a hairdresser, and the mama didn't cut him off, but I think the mama wanted him to get a job or something, and the boy hired somebody to off his mama, and next thing you know, he doing videos. Yeah, he's still in jail. He's never getting out. And the guy who he hired to do it You know he only paid him $75. Mm-hmm. And then guess how they caught him? Guess how they caught him? They caught the guy who actually committed the crime. He had some headphones or something. And one of the headphones fell out. And after the police came and took the mama and her boyfriend was there, he was injured. Cause when dude came to do the do, he didn't know the woman had a man there. So the man basically, he fucked the old girl up, but he was able to, he ran up out the crib, right? When the evidence technicians came, they found the earpiece, something to go to a headphone or something. And they asked the boyfriend, was this his? He said no. So it was bad for evidence. Do you know they motherfucking swabbed the earphone and was able to get a DNA comparison from an earphone. So they picked him up and they questioned him and his girlfriend. At first they lied, but then the girlfriend, I don't know, she might have had kids or something. She confessed that she drove him up north to that woman's apartment, but she didn't know what he was gonna go do. She got off, or she might have got something, I don't remember. Dude, while they interrogating him, telling him, well, you did it, woo woo. Dude finally broke down, like, look, fuck that. Shorty hired me to off his mom. All because you's a spoiled ass child. And you rather get rid of your mom than just go get you a fucking job. Yeah, like $75. You only paying like $75. Pretty girl from Evanston that was dating a real low life. Oh yeah. That was I forgot her name, but remember her last name was Mac. And she went over to Indonesia some motherfucking well. And while her and her mama was on this very, very expensive vacation, she motherfucking took her mama's credit card and bought her boyfriend a plane ticket. And they got over there and they offed her mama and put her mama in a suitcase. And they were I think they were trying to take the suitcase out and the suitcase was leaking. And the cab driver, whoever picked them up at the hotel, because they were going to go take it, try to discard it, called the police on their ass. And she got arrested and she was pregnant by the time she got arrested. And she had that baby in that jail. Dude still in the jail. But when she did her time over there and her ass came back to United States, the FBI picked her up and she was prosecuted federally. And and I think the boy's cousin or something was prosecuted because they were conversing about it. And it was the reason why she was federally arrested was because the plan was hatched here and followed through over international waters, plus the transmission of text messages. And people seem to think, I'm just going to erase this. Baby, let me tell you something. The police department can pull up anything in your motherfucking phone they want to. You could think you can throw your phone away. You could throw that motherfucker at the deepest depths of the fucking ocean, the deepest part of the ocean. All they need, number one, is a search warrant. The second thing they need is a subpoena. What they do is they forward those to the phone company. You need a search warrant and a subpoena. Okay. Not trying to tell you anything, but I've been married to a cop for 20 some years. This is what he does. You need a search warrant and a subpoena. Those get forwarded to your phone company and they give the police access to everything you done said in your motherfucking telephone. You can delete pictures and they still somewhere deep at Verizon or Sprint or AT&T or wherever the fuck you phone with, it's there. It never leaves. It never leaves. That's why when people be committing shit, they get caught up a lot of times. Why? Because they have their phone with them. And the person that they doing something to got their phone. And they be pinging off these towers. And when they could ping y'all together, it's curtains. It's lights out. It's lights out. It's just that simple. You know, well, you dated a mate that abused all these privileges. Well, motherfuckers shouldn't abuse those privileges. You know, um, there are constitutional rights that have to be followed. And, you know, telephones fall under your constitutional right, and you have to execute these with the correct protocol of search and seizure. You know, a lot of people just general wise, don't even know that if your glove compartment's locked, you technically don't have to open it if the police ask you to open it. They technically have to get a search warrant just to open up your fucking glove compartment. Motherfucker can be held. They will impound your car. You don't need a search warrant to impound a car. But while it's sitting in the lot, they on the phone with a judge, and they will get that search warrant and get that motherfucker popped open. It's crazy, but these people just be out here committing crimes and shit and saying shit and doing all sorts of weird shit, and they just texting and they think just because I erase it, it's gone. Wrong, wrong. Nah, that ain't how that shit go. Sorry. You know, I watch enough. I like a lot of crime shows, but just some of the stories that I done heard over and over again from just people who work in law enforcement, I be like, damn, criminals just be stupid as hell. That's why I ain't committing no crimes. Yep, digital fingerprints are forever. That's why I ain't committing no crimes or nothing. Don't do shit around me crime wise, because I'm gonna tell on your ass for real. I ain't doing shit to jeopardize my freedom. I'm gonna tell on you. If we driving somewhere and you hit somebody, and I be like, let's drive, pull over, call the police, and you be like, I'm not pulling over, I'm going home. Next light, I'm getting out the car and I'm gonna tell on you. Yeah, yeah, just like that. Only way, you know, if motherfucker, we in the car and somebody booming at us, boom, boom, and we run them over, we still gonna drive straight to the police station. And if you say no, let me out. I'll figure it out. I'll get home, but I'm still gonna tell on your ass. I'm just letting you know. Don't do shit in front of me. Uh-uh. I just feel like between these crazy ass kids and some of these weird ass motherfucking adults and shit, I be like, I like my shit to be quiet, you know. My kids ain't perfect by no stretch of the imagination, but they ain't never pulled no weird shit, you know. I remember I canceled Christmas one year for one of my kids. No, grades horrible. Motherfucker was stayed on the honor roll after that. Never got another motherfucking bad grade in his life. That was my baby boy. Canceled Christmas. All those Christmas toys I had just stayed in the basement to the next year. But the motherfucker kept good grades. You know, some of these parents reward their kids for bullshit. They reward them for disrespect, you know. And the parents that I can't stand the most are the parents who say, not my baby, not my child. Yes, motherfucker, your child. Bad. Mm-mm. I don't play those games. That's why my hats go off to people who have to deal with children, teachers, like my girl Princess, my good sister friend. My hats go off to people within law enforcement because motherfuckers just mad disrespectful and the kids be mad disrespectful. I don't like ghetto shit. I don't like overly loud shit. I don't like loud ass people. I don't, I can deal with loud situations, concert, basketball game, something like that. But in general, I don't do a lot of noise. I don't. Mm-mm. But these kids is wild. These kids is wild. And, hopefully those little girls who, did that to their mama get some help. My cousin teaches at a Catholic school in Detroit suburbs, and a sixth grader threw a chair at her. We ain't gonna talk about chair throwing because that's gonna make my blood pressure go up. Because one of my good girlfriends deals with a motherfucking child throwing chairs at her and trying to pick up desks and all sorts of shit. And one parent wants to help, and the other parent don't wanna, wanna not my baby ass shit. And then when you shorty throw a chair at a teacher and be done knock the teacher unconscious or some shit, now, the parent, I'm sorry, hell no, he threw a chair today. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Princess, girl, when I get off of here, I'm gonna go take my cholesterol pill and I'm gonna take a sleeping pill tonight. Cause it's something about when you tell me about this child, it does something to me. Yeah, Catholic school parents are paying, but that motherfucker still shouldn't pick up a chair and throw it for what? Like, and if this child is not a child, Glow, who has like a behavioral problem, like in a special class or something like that, you really shouldn't be picking up no motherfucking chairs. You just on some bullshit. And yes, Princess, I'm sorry that happened again. Again. That's that incomplete parenting ass shit. That shit makes me mad. Princess is my sister friend, good girlfriend. Somebody that I entrust with a lot of shit. This one of the motherfuckers that if she said, hey, I need your credit card number, I will give it to her. I trust her emphatically. So to know that this little boy, and this ain't no normal sized child, but he young and strong, throwing chairs and shit. Mm-mm. My hat's off to anyone who has to deal with children that ain't theirs. Teaching children was never my calling. because I do not like bad children. And what I hate worse than bad children is bad fucking parenting. Yeah, you used to be able to avoid it in Catholic schools, but not anymore. Mm-mm. Yeah, Princess, you got the patience of Job. And sis, believe it or not, I pray for you every day. You not trying to finish the front of your hair. Well, I can't wait to see it, sweetie. Hang in there and try to get it done so you could be all ready for tomorrow. My cousin fights the parents more than anyone. Yeah, because it's the parents who's always want to say, you picking on my baby. You're picking on my child. You don't understand my child. My child said he didn't do that or she didn't do that. What an adult got to allow your child for? And then there's so many rules to this teaching stuff and principaling and assistant principaling and school cons. It's just too much shit. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. And in the 70s, the teachers used to be able to whoop your motherfucking ass. And then tell your mama they whooped your ass. And then you would get your ass whooped when you got home because you just didn't, act like that. I gotta sneeze. Sixth graders with nails, Starbucks, iPhone, and can't read in Catholic school. It's not just Catholic school, it's public school. And just because it's Catholic school, thank you very much for God blessing me. Um, just because it's Catholic school, these kids, it's just one place people pay, one place people don't. It's public schools in Chicago, like, you know, Whitney Young's and the Walter Paytons and a myriad of schools and even nice elementary schools, you know. And I'm sure some kids in some of these schools that be cutting up. It's the parenting. Don't make a difference if you paying or not. Ogden, yeah. You know, snatch these little motherfuckers up. That was like a sign of disrespect when I was growing up, or when you were growing up, or when Princess was growing up. You didn't embarrass your family like that. You would be petrified. Just, I'm calling your parents. You be like, please don't, I never do it again. And you could never do it again. You escaped an ass whooping. But my good girlfriend, Princess, has to deal with this kid who is a terror. Daddy wants to help. Mama don't want to help. But then when you crack my friend in the head with a chair and she hurt, then what? All you can say is sorry. No, fuck that shit. Get your child together. My girlfriend teaches at the beautifully around Mount Carmel. My son went to Mount Carmel and she deals with the parents too. Well, guess what? The parents at Mount Carmel, that's entitled shit. That's a different level of parent. That's a right, sorry is not enough. That's a parent that the granddaddy went there, all the uncles went there, your brother went there. They got legacies at Mount Carmel. I know some motherfuckers who kids in Mount Carmel, they daddies who I grew up with there, they daddies went there. And most of them who have these legacies going on at Mount Carmel, a lot of them are melanatally challenged. But and they feel like, well, you know, De La Salle is co-ed now. Mount Carmel, for Mount Carmel to ever become co-ed, um, the Pope would have to come there and say do it, because that ain't never gonna happen. That's gonna stay an all boys school. Okay. De La Salle's enrollment was down and they made it co-ed so they can get that enrollment up. Mount Carmel keeps a steady enrollment and they not gonna ever turn that motherfucker all girls. You turn that motherfucker all co-ed, I would be very, very shocked. But my son went to Mount Carmel, my oldest boy went there, and you know, it's a good school, but at the end, mm, didn't want to fall off like hell. Yeah, and a lot of good young black men came out of Hales Franciscan, but it's just sad. It is sad that these parents don't want to snatch their kids up and they don't want to believe the adults and they just think somebody picking on their poor little baby. And I believe there are some teachers in the world who nitpick with certain kids for whatever reasons. But these most of these teachers don't do that. These kids be unruly. I seen a video of a motherfucking boy who got into it with the teacher, and he tried to buck up to this teacher. And the teacher mollywopped him. They didn't get alumni support. Wow, and they gone, and that's unfortunate. Thank God we still have Leo. You know, um, it's kids. You said the kids have chemical imbalances. Yeah, I think a lot of these motherfucking kids have chemical imbalances. Bad little motherfucker. But I'm old school. I believe they can have chemical imbalances. But what they also have is they don't get their ass whooped in balance. You don't know boundaries in balance. That's what the problem is. You don't have no boundaries. Those be the kids who go slam the door in their house and the mom, I ain't studying him. But you letting this little motherfucker slam a door in your house. My parents would have kicked the door off the motherfucking frame. Even though they could have turned the knob, my parents would have kicked the door off the frame. You don't close the slam doors in this motherfucker. You don't even talk back. I don't get it. Uh. Wow. Couldn't even help. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm happy all my kids grown. I got one in college. And Maddie talking about she possibly want to transfer to the University of Chicago. Hey, we'll pay for it. I don't care. But I'm happy I ain't got like elementary, high school age kids. I could close my Nah, you couldn't even breathe too hard in my motherfucking house. Like one of those long sighs. That was disrespectful. If you walked away, you couldn't close the door on your it's okay. You couldn't mutter too much. Cause mom was actually I could still smell the stuff, you guys. Mothers had that mama hearing. What'd you say? Nothing. Parent call you. Come here, princess. Or come here, Glow. And you didn't come. You had to stop what you was doing. The only time you couldn't, if you couldn't get to your mama or daddy when they called you, it's because you was on the toilet. And you literally have to get off the toilet, open your bathroom door, and be like, I'm in the bathroom, I'm on the toilet. Okay. Anything else would have been taken as utter, utter disrespect. Yeah, why is your door closed? Shit. I just knew not to close that. I tried to pull that shit one time. My father said, "You don't pay no bills in there." And here, this is my motherfucking door. I was like, "Ooh, okay. Let me leave. Let me not do that." Your mother still questions your size and mumbles. Yeah, you know. Like I said, my hat's off to anyone who has to deal with children and has to deal with the parents who don't hold their children accountable for shit like throwing chairs. I'm sorry that happened to your cousin, Glow. And Princess, I'm sorry that happened to you again today. It just really makes me mad. It really, really does. And my prayers are out for all educators because I can't deal with nobody's kids. I can't. I had a girlfriend. She can't even come over my house no more. You know why? Because whenever me and her would want to sit down and talk, her child would want to sit under her. And then would whine when I'm like, well, just go sit in there and watch the TV, big ass 70-inch TV. I wanna sit with my mama. I told my girlfriend, I was like, girl, get the fuck out my house. She was like, are you serious? I was like, you gotta go. You gotta go. You can't come back over here until he's not with you. She was very upset and I didn't give a fuck. How am I sitting down? My satin down. I'm doing good, baby. I'm doing good. How are you? I hope all is well with you, sweetie. She was like, I can't believe you. I was like, girl, I can't talk how I want to talk with you, with your child sitting here, motherfucker about 11 years old. I don't want to sit with my mama. I want to sit and talk about dick. Okay? I want to talk about dick. I want to talk about sucking dick. And this is not the conversation that your child should sit here and have. She's like, but he okay. No, bitch. He not. You and your child, get the fuck out my house. And she was like, I can't believe that, Roxanne. Yeah, I don't I don't have adult conversations in front of children. And just the fact that you will let him sit around and hear that, he done heard too much. See, that be the child that be done told your business to somebody. Let me tell you something. You can tell, okay, hi Sparkle. You can tell when somebody been talking shit about somebody by how the kids act when they see the person. When you go to your friend's house or one of your family members' house and the kids peeking and looking, you say hi and they be like, huh. That means the mama or the adults been talking about you and the child been in earshot and hear what the adults are saying. That's why the child be acting funny. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. When as a family, if we had family dinner, just me and my mama, my sisters, my father, we would all sit at the table together. But if my parents had dinner where they invited friends over, adult friends, and those adult friends had children, we would sit like we had another little eating area in our house. It was like a breakfast nook, and it had a swinging door. And we would have to, the kids wouldn't even be able to sit in there with the parents. I done told this story before about how when the Richard Pryor album came out, when he was like this on his album cover, my parents had a little listening party at their house, and all the kids was in my room. And I went out on the mission to go listen to bring back some of the jokes that Richard Pryor was talking about, and I didn't understand any of it, and it wasn't even funny then because I didn't understand it. Parents didn't do that. You know, just like some of this music, I would be embarrassed to listen to certain songs now with my kids. You know, like not this, you know, some of the music that our parents were playing back then, we didn't understand what they were saying, but they was also not saying words like pussy, suck it, ding-a-ling, booty hole, all that. We didn't have words like that. Well, we had them, but you just didn't hear them in music. I would be embarrassed to listen to music like that. You be in the car with your mom and your mama rapping this shit right along with you. I was talking to somebody talking about that's you with Red Fox. That's like I was telling somebody, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, damn, you remember the songs our parents used to listen to? Like this, that song Sugar Walls. Heaven and earth inside my sugar walls. And you know, I'm listening to this shit as a child. I had no idea what motherfucking sugar walls was. But I bet you, but that left something to the imagination. Cause now that just say my pussy hole. Okay. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Let me put that up there. Okay. Yeah, nowadays, you know, it's just shit just so strange. I remember the first time my mother was like, so who's this little Kim lady? She was like, her music is very raunchy. I'm like, okay. But I was in my 20s and I knew it word for word. But, you know, like, what was that woman's name? She used to sing all the nasty songs and stuff like that back in the days. My parents and my mother, I know she had her albums because if she was gonna play it, she would make you go in the room. They used to talk about sex with taste. Princess, you just always have a way of saying things so perfectly, my dear. And they did. They talked about sex with taste. Betty Wright. My grandmother and her friends used to listen to Betty Wright because they used to have a card night. They had a ladies club and they would play play that and Millie Jackson. Yeah, and we the kids couldn't hear it. My grandmother and her friends, they would be in the basement. They had a bar in the basement, everything. We would be like up on the second level of the motherfucking house because they didn't want us to hear that, you know. But not this newfangled ass shit. It's garbage. It's garbage. And I hate that some of the songs I be like, you done heard it so many times. You actually know it and you don't want to know the song. You know, you be like, damn, why do I know this? Because they done ingrained it in our shit. That's why when I'm in the car, I don't listen to music. I call someone on the phone, I might call Princess, or I might call Val, and I just be talking. I don't be listening to a whole bunch of music. It's too distracting for me. Like Sexy Red. I can't stand it. Yeah, she's a bit much. She's a bit much. She's a bit much. I mean, Lil Kim talk shit, but this just, I knew I couldn't deal with Sexy Red when she had that one line in her rap. She said, her coochie hole pink and her booty hole brown. I was like, I'm done. I was going to try to give you a pinch of a chance. I can't even give you a chance. I can't even give you a chance. I don't even want to picture that. But these kids like that shit. I be like, Lord, this is too much. This is too much for me. Wildly inappropriate. And they think it's cute. Every song is about her coochie hole. And she can't. I know that's right, Princess. I I know, hell, we know more about her coochie hole than probably she do. You know, that's what I'm surmising. You know, we know a lot about your coochie hole and your booty hole. And we know it's brown. And we don't need to know that. We don't. So nasty. So nasty. I mean, if I was a rapper, I would want to be able to rap and have my parents, my family come to hear me entertain. You know, even I would want to be able to have my kids come and listen to my music at a concert. I wouldn't want my parents there if I was rapping music like that. Mm-mm. When did over sexualizing females become a syndrome with female empowerment? It's wrong. Yes, but I think they haven't learned. I think they feel like less is more, but it's crazy because a lot of these, if you just dressing like that on stage, and it's not like you dress like that all the time, it's different because you are entertaining. But then they get mad when they dress like slizzards, and then the guys that they trying to dress like this to attract end up marrying a chick who's dressed from head to toe. She got clothes on. Then they be like, well, maybe he don't want everybody to see your shit. And maybe he don't want everybody to know your coochie hole pink and your booty hole brown. And all that twerking. Like, does anyone know how to dance anymore? Her mama with it. I'm sure she is. When that girl taking care of a whole family, I don't know. Times change. People thought Luther Campbell was bad with the Two Live Crew back in the days. That that shit is mild sauce in comparisons to the shit I see nowadays. I'll just be like, wow, it's sad. And then they look at you like you wrong when you turn your nose up. No modesty at all. None. Satin down. None, sis. None. Then you turn your nose up like they stink and they want to get mad at you. You think you better than somebody. No, I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just think that shit ain't cute. That's all. Then motherfuckers wonder why a nigga won't marry 'em. That's why. Cause he know your coochie hole pink and your booty hole brown. Some things you gotta keep to your fucking self. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna have to give me a different coffee thing. Cause this coffee, when I just warmed it up, this shit was bubbling hot. Now it's not bubbling. It's not hot anymore. But yeah, y'all. That's the world we live in. We live in a world where kids can tear up stores and their parents don't do anything. We live in a world where children can throw chairs at educators and the parents don't do shit. You know, it's a strange time we live in. Rudy Ray Moore In Chicago, we used to hear Black centrist woman. It was always been there. But now we have no balance. We have no balance. There is no balance. You know, but what only thing you can do is keep yours, the young people in your family on track. Show them class. And the people who I feel like come into my chat who are parents and grandparents will always instill that in their children. They have instilled it in their children. And that passes on to the grandchildren. They said the lower level women are now the face. They're the face, but it's temporary because it's not cool. These be the ones that don't get married. These be the ones that think I need a big ass to get a man. And then they get this big butt, and then he leave them for a white girl with no butt at all. And then they be wondering, why? I did all of this and he's still gone. Cause that ain't what keep a man. That's all. I mean, most men I know would love to wake up to a beautiful face every day. Beautiful face is easy on the eyes. A big ass is just a big ass, especially if you wasn't born with that big booty. Now, if you born with a big butt, that's one thing. But we gonna have that conversation another day about how everybody running around here shaped like an ant. I'm all for cosmetic procedures. I just think it should be done in moderation and class and be proportionate with your body. Because otherwise, you motherfuckers be running around here looking crazy. You be like, why you look like an ant girl? For real, for real. Oh, the BBL can have an odor. See, you just getting here, Glow, and I welcome you to the Lady Lounge because we had the BBL odor conversation about 2 weeks ago, and this is my theory, and then I'm gonna bid you all a Vida Zane. When you born with a big booty, you big booty from birth. Your mama had a big ass, your grandmama had a big ass, all your aunties had big ass. When you was born with a big ass, and your mama had a big ass, when you're a little girl and you know you're washing, you're taking a bath, your mama tell you get back there and you wash it. You wash that back there real good. You got to keep back there real clean. Okay. When you ain't never had an ass, and now you go to the doctor and you get a big old ass. See, this something you wasn't born with. And it be leaking. This something you wasn't born with. You wasn't born with a big booty. So you don't know how to wash that big motherfucker properly. Cause you wasn't born with no big butt. You don't know how to wrench around there and really get in that motherfucker. Cause you wasn't born, you ain't had a big ass all your life. That's why you know, motherfuckers be catching ass back when, and the motherfuckers be a little tart. Cause you ain't cleaning that big motherfucker properly. And that's just my opinion. You know, that's just my opinion. They don't know how to wash those big motherfuckers. The girls that always had a big booty all their life, they know how to wash them. Cause that's been their big ass all their life. You know, did be the ones who go get the booty and they don't know how to wash that motherfucker. I done heard a lot of men talking about, BBLs have they got a little tartness to them. Little just ooh, that back wind probably horrible. You know, but they think it's cute. Ain't nothing cute about no stinking ass. And on that note, I would like to thank Sister Satin Dow for being here. I love you and appreciate you. I would like to thank Glow for being here and all your input this evening. I would like to thank Princess, the House of the Princess. And if you all have not followed yet, follow the House of the Princess. Please follow her. She will be doing some more as she gets more time to come to you all and give, some good commentary on things. And Princess also has a DIY channel, knows how to do all sorts of wonderful things. But like I said, when her time permits, she will be giving us some content. I love you and I appreciate you, sis. I really do. I would like to thank whom else was in here. I'd like to thank Sparkle. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know I seen Brother Ja Logic in here. Good evening, and thank you so much for stopping by, Ja. It's always a pleasure, my brother friend. And I really appreciate if you all hit the like button. And I really do appreciate everyone's engagement. I would like to thank On One, but On One already went to sleep. Thank you so much, Sugar, for stopping by. I appreciate you. We just talk about a myriad of things. I would like to thank Miss Mary D. Thank you so much, Miss Mary, for stopping by. I appreciate you. I would like to thank CEO Little Boss Lady. If you all have not followed her, please follow her at the same name that's in the chat, CEO Little Boss Lady here on YouTube. Please support. I appreciate that. I would like to thank Stormy C today. Stormy, my stormy weather. I just call her my stormy weather. Thank you so much for stopping by. And that is it. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I don't know what the fuck we gonna talk about tomorrow, but I know I got another package coming in and I want to show y'all what it is. And I'm gonna go buy that chicken and I'm gonna brine it in some pickle juice because I'm gonna fry it on Wednesday. And I appreciate you all stopping by the Lady Lounge. I appreciate your support. And I appreciate everyone's input. It's always fun with just having cool, easy-minded motherfuckers around. I like that shit. Ugh. Now I'm gonna go get my ass in my bed and give me another nice little hot cup of coffee. Well, I might just warm this up. I don't need no more coffee because then I'll be getting up and down, going to pee all night long, and I don't feel like doing that. Because I told y'all I'm a little cold right now, little chilly. So, good night. God bless you all and much love. I'll talk to you all tomorrow morning. Get some rest. Bye.